I will say that when it comes to looking at the resumes, now it's more of the skill of the interviewer. And I'll tell you what I found to be like the skill of the best interviewers is they do not trust what people say, they trust what they do. So what does that mean? People are like, hey, one of our values is be honest. Can you tell me about a time when you were honest? Why don't you just ask them something that would prompt them to either lie or be honest?
Yes.
You know, for example, when I say sincere candor, which is one of our values, and I say people have to be able to give and receive hard feedback. And so one of the things that I do in a final interview is I look at all the red flags that my team has given me on a person, and then I say, great, I'm going to read them to them. And so I'm like, hey, I get on the interview and I'm like, so this is the number one red flag that my team has about you. Can you give me a little insight on that? How they respond to it tells me if they have the value of sincere candor. Me asking them, do you have sincere candor is irrelevant. But if in the moment they're like, that shit, you know, why would they say that? That's totally, and they start defending and they start fighting me, which 50% of people do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then I'm like, oh no. But then when they're like, wow, I really see that and I am working on that. Great. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The same comes for competitive greatness. People are like, how do you see that out? I'm like, in the negotiation. And they're like, what do you mean? Competitive greatness by our standard is people that are looking for the work because they want to be the most excellent version of themselves, not because they want the most money. And every single person in our company that embodies that has not gone to, you know, a crazy, you know, Yale and Harvard teaching thing or a crazy consulting job or a CEO job because they really believe in acquisition.com. And so usually they take even a pay cut, even though we pay well. And what I've noticed is that when it comes down to negotiation, if somebody tells me like, no, I'm competitively great, I'm doing this to be excellent. And they're like, hey, I need an extra 10 grand. And these are people that are already being paid well. This is not like this is well above six figures. I'm like, are you really competitively great? And so then I tell people, I'm like, no, don't give it to them. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because that's not competitive greatness. I don't want them on the team. It's like, don't tell me, show me. It's like, that's the biggest thing. You don't tell somebody who you are, you show them.